your life on this earth expires and you ascend to heaven, looking forward to meeting your Creator, looking forward to meeting Jesus. And then, surprise, it's Cynthia Erivo. Over the weekend, the internet exploded with comments about the new take on the musical Jesus Christ Superstar, where Cynthia Erivo, the actress that played the witch Elphaba in Wicked with Ariana Grande, is casted as Jesus. All hell broke loose as soon as the casting was announced a few months ago, but now we actually have some snippets and images from the performance. We have some opinions of people who actually went to see it, so let's get into it. Let's get the obvious thing immediately out of the way. I don't think that the problem is that Cynthia is a black queer woman. I believe the problem is that she's a queer woman. I know that whoever will criticize this play will be accused of racism and a few other sisms. We saw it a million times before with Disney. Whoever criticized the movie where a black actress happened to be the lead, they were accused of being racist. It doesn't matter if the comments had nothing to do with it and it was only about how crappy the movie was. It's an obvious issue for Christians. It's pressing the sensitive button. They also deem the musical blasphemous in itself because of some plot changes too. Deadline wrote, ahead of this weekend's star-studded Jesus Christ Superstar concert at Hollywood Bowl, Adam Lambert defended the casting of Erivo in the eponymous biblical role, which has drawn backlash from some circles over the Tony-winning actress being a black LGBTQ woman. Obviously. Cynthia's brilliant. Her voice, presence, and simultaneous power and vulnerability absolutely blows my mind, and working with her has been a dream, Lambert told Billboard. I'm excited by the challenge of presenting the audience with a production led by a female, Black Jesus, and encourage the audience to expand their minds a bit. Originally, utilizing rock and roll, Jesus Christ Superstar is supposed to provoke and challenge. That's the point. If Broadway truly wanted to prove it was fearless and wanted to expand our minds, it would stage something like Muhammad the TikToker or Messiah Got Talent. But they never will, because the truth is there is only one religion the arts feel safe poking with a stick. Christianity. Listen to this TikToker's comments.
Wow, I cannot believe they actually did it. So Cynthia Erivo, the actor from Wicked, is playing as Jesus Christ in Jesus Christ Superstar in the Hollywood Bowl, and Judas is being played by Adam Lambert. In my opinion, this is completely mocking the Lord. This is mocking Christianity as a whole, and this play is going extremely viral. They were faced with some of these questions because of all the backlash they were getting, and basically said that they are excited to take on the challenge of leading the production with a female role, which is Black Jesus, and hopefully can encourage the audience to expand their minds a little bit. Basically saying that Jesus Christ Superstar is intended to challenge and provoke, and shouldn't the teachings of Jesus transcend gender? Erivo said, why not? It's a play. I get to sing my face off for 3 days, and hopefully people come to realize, oh, it's a play, the gayest place on earth. Opinion, I don't care if this is a play. I don't care if this is what it's intended to do. I think when it comes to religion, people just need to leave it alone and give it the respect it deserves. There's a line, and I think Jesus Christ Superstar and everyone who acted in it crossed it.
Someone said, Jesus Christ Superstar is blasphemous in itself. Another person is Jesus Christ Superstar. Don't pay any mind to it. And this one, how is this considered as mocking Jesus? They're literally performing Jesus Christ Superstar. It's a performance, not that deep OMG. And let me be clear, Cynthia is a powerhouse. Vocally, she's incredible. She's an amazing talent. Look at this short clip from the musical. And people do love her for her talent. These are the comments. I'm never singing ever again. I'm sorry I opened my mouth even once. This one, I went through an obsessive phase with Adam, and to hear him with Cynthia, my God, I've ascended. And this, I need this to transfer to Broadway immediately. But the casting choice here isn't just about talent. It's engineered to make conservative Christians erupt online. It's about outrage marketing. And that's where I start to feel off. I've spent my life loving theater that stretches the boundaries of what's comfortable, but there is a line between daring to explore and just repeatedly stepping on the same toes because, you know, no one will punch back. And I too, from one side, I was like, okay, de biraz. It's a musical, it's art. They're just trying to do something new and daring and shocking. So to make up my mind about it, I had to know the backstory. So just so you guys know, Jesus Christ Superstar musical has always thrived on scandal. Back in 1970, Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice released it first as a concept album. Nobody would produce it on stage because it was just too controversial. It told the story of Jesus' final days almost entirely through the eyes of Judas, who is given humanity, doubts, and even a kind of tragic heroism. Meanwhile, Jesus is portrayed as deeply human, full of doubt, fear, and pain. There is no resurrection at the end. It just ends with the crucifixion. When the album dropped, it shot to #1 and stirred a massive uproar. Churches called it blasphemous, Catholics protested. They couldn't handle Judas singing power ballads about his doubts or insinuations that Jesus was attracted to prostitute Mary Magdalene. By 1971, it finally hit Broadway with Jesus surrounded by hippies, priests portrayed as corrupt, Mary in love with the Savior. Every revival since has tried to push boundaries further. In the 90s production, dressed priests like corporate tycoons or even fascists. In 2012, the UK revival had Jesus as a political activist being crucified as a media circus. Some modern takes put him in the social media age, Jesus as the ultimate influencer cancelled by society. And now 2025 takes the crown for deliberate provocation. Jesus is a queer black woman. So it was written to shock and piss Christians off every time it is being performed. So what did Cynthia have to say about her role? Here it is. Speaking to Billboard in a new profile, Erivo laughed off the outcry and suggested naysayers better familiarize themselves with Andrew Lloyd Webber's work. Why not? She said. You can't please everyone. It is legitimately a 3-day performance at the Hollywood Bowl where I get to sing my face off. So hopefully they will come and realize, oh, it's a musical, the gayest place on earth. So essentially it's fine. It's a musical. It's okay to make everything gay. It's okay to mock Christianity. And if you don't like it, you're the one that's weird. And guys, mega disclaimer here, because there is not much that bothers me, okay? For example, if there is a very good comedian on stage and he happens to make a funny joke about the Bible or Jesus or God, if it's funny, I will laugh. I will not pull out a crucifix and holy water and pray for his soul. We all should understand that joke is a joke, and it's okay to laugh when it's funny. But deliberate mockery and demeaning of religious figures is something different and I think should stop. And speaking of funny things, looking back at the history of Jesus Christ Superstar musical, it has been accused of anti-Semitism on several occasions. Of course it must be anti-Semitic. What isn't? Look at the headline from May 2017. NBC's next live musical to enrage Jewish people. Christians, your mom. Your mama. While Jesus Christ Superstar, which tells the story of the days leading up to Christ's crucifixion and resurrection through often intimate, often emotional songs, has collected praise at times, it also has weathered its fair share of criticism due to plot points and could be interpreted as anti-Semitic. While most New Testament accounts spread the blame to Jesus' condemnation across the variety of parties, including the occupying Roman government that then controlled Galilee and Judah, the leading community of Jewish priests, puppet King Herod, and the area's Jewish population, Lloyd Webber and Rice have been criticized for de-emphasizing the Romans' role. Specifically, Pontius Pilate, the Roman governor, has a solo song that serves to humanize yet absolve him of blame, while Jewish priests appear to be conniving, sneering villains. Obviously, I haven't seen the musical, although we know that there were some major plot changes, like, for example, no resurrection. But yeah, somehow this show manages to get everyone mad. People were saying it painted Jewish priests as the scheming villains orchestrating Jesus' death, like it was leaning on ancient stereotypes. Even in Israel, the show sparked protests and debates over whether it was respectful or just straight up offensive. It's hilarious in a dark way. Literally everyone ends up mad. Christians, Jews, conservatives, liberals. It's weirdly poetic to stand united like this over a musical. But I can't stress enough the fact, again, that Cynthia is truly blessed with incredible talent. This girl can sing, and people will line up to go see her do that on stage. And she will be casted over and over again. This backlash happening right now isn't going to hurt her career one bit. I said the same thing about Rachel Zegler. I stand by it, even though we didn't like the Snow White and what she was doing and the crazy, disastrous PR. I kept saying that she's talented and charismatic and she will come out on top. Now with Evita. I can do a separate episode about it. If you guys want to, let me know. But this musical has Disney written all over it. Again, it's designed for maximum clickbait. Race swaps, gender swaps. We've seen it. Can we stop it now? But as usual, I want to know what you guys think. Is Jesus Christ Superstar mocking Christianity, or is it just art? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to like and share it, and subscribe to my channel to never miss another Daily Freddo episode. For even more content, follow me on Instagram @dailyfreddo. That's all for today. Have a good one.